Okay, back to playing The Last of Us Part 2, and probably gonna beat it this time. Before we go through there, we're gonna make sure everything's reloaded. So,
Think about it, a suppressed weapon would be a good idea in, like, an apocalypse like this, since, like, the infected seem to be drawn to loud noises and stuff.
yeah, except it doesn't make it that quiet, so.
Well, no, I mean, but a suppressed weapon on, like, a subsonic round
Yeah.
would be...
Yeah, like, it'd be pretty great on, like, a 22. So I guess people are sending death threats to Laura Bailey,
Laura Bailey?
who voiced Abby,
Oh,
because
why?
of the things Abby did to Joel.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like, okay. So, first of all, it's not real. Laura Bailey did not actually cave in the head of Troy Baker, alright?
No. Right.
Second of all, she didn't write the script.
Something
What the fuck?
Something in those dryers? Or is it just reflection off the...
I think it's just reflection.
Okay.
Not seeing anything.
Yeah,
Hear
that's...
music? Like that direction?
Yeah, I hear lyrics.
Can't tell what it is.
When I turn up the volume on my headphones, I can hear
Anyway,
lyrics. I turn it back down though because it's also buzzing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really stupid. Yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
Like, yep. It's Nolan's take. Hot take. It's
can't...
stupid to send death threats to a woman for voicing a character who did something you didn't like.
Yeah.
When she didn't write the script. Like, it wasn't her decision to kill Joel. Not that I'm saying you should send death threats to, like, Neil Druckmann or anything either.
No.
Don't send death threats to people.
Yeah,
right?
don't do that. It's not okay.
Looks like you could probably climb out through that window up there, maybe?
Maybe. I don't condone ever sending death threats to anyone or anything.
Dude, like, I just like don't even engage people who say something I disagree with. You know how many times I've written out a comment and, like, before I hit post, I just highlight, delete all.
Yeah, I've done that too, because I sit there and I go, what is this going to accomplish? I'm not going to change their mind.
Right, and that's the thing is, like, mostly I don't want to deal with the headache of arguing with this person.
This guy coming over on the right might see you. Oh, they have another
Chained infected.
chained up, yeah.
Alright, so there's someone over here.
Looks like there's a clicker somewhere. Maybe one of the maybe they have multiple infected chained and one's a clicker?
Yeah, so the guy who killed himself was like, I'm not going back into the pool. Do you think they have, like, an infected filled pool that they throw people into or have them fight infected in or something?
Yeah, I think they might.
Fuck all these assholes.
This song's a familiar sound to it. It reminds me. I think it might have been the intent. It kind of gives like a Apocalypse Now vibe.
Glad I didn't shoot that arrow because that dude's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I think all the dudes are wearing helmets.
How am I gonna do this then? Like, I don't think I can like get over there and not be seen by the guy on the left side.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Maybe you can get close enough and use the suppressed rifle. Like, if you get all the rounds in him, it might kill him before.
Yeah, I don't want to blow through all that ammo though.
Yeah, I know, but and you're not going to get to the middle, probably, to release that infected without getting seen. Right?
Yeah. So, do you think that's a dude over here or an infected?
Oh, but there's a spotlight over there. I know someone comes out to that building right there. There's like one around the corner, right? So there's someone over there. That might be the clicker over there that's... making that noise over on the left.
There's a guy there.
Yeah. And that's like that's a runner that's tied down over there, but we can hear a clicker, so that one over on the left might be the clicker. Because they're not moving, right? You're saying pretty much stationary?
Yeah.
Might be a clicker in a cage or something?
Yeah, and there's something over there too, like past the spotlight.
Yeah. You think when this guy goes off to the left, you can get up to that pillar maybe and wait for him? Or maybe behind the porta-john there? And then like kill him when he comes over back over here?
Think I can hide inside the porta-john?
I don't think so.
What?
Oh, right there, the one that's open. Yeah, maybe.
But it's blocking line of sight to the guy on the far side is the important thing.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that dude didn't even see it.
I wonder.
Because if you come up behind it, it's just gonna run forward, right?
Yeah, they definitely have a clicker as well.
Yeah.
Can I get around to the right side here, or is that blocked off?
So there's...
Alright, so there's a guy patrolling over there.
Yeah.
And it looks like they might have cages over there, so that might be what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Damn it, what am I caught on? Post.
I think there's some clicker down there, maybe. Yeah, maybe on like the other side of that. It looks like it drops off. I think there's clickers down there. Yeah.
So if I can get up behind that thing and wait
Oh, there's
for
a guy right there.
Yeah, I see that.
It looks like there's clickers down there. So the problem with unleashing the infected is it's gonna put everyone on alert.
Right. I'm thinking this guy I'm just gonna shoot in the head when he's by this building over here.
Uh-huh.
Shit, I kind of want to wait till he's like in front of that door there,
Yeah.
so that the guy on the far side won't see him either. Like that. So this is a silent. The silence thing we have is a silent submachine gun.
Yeah.
I wonder what caliber it is.
Does it look like anything you're familiar with?
It looks kind of like an MP5, but like not. I mean, you know, it's like they're all the guns
Right.
look kind of like something, but are a little different.
Yeah.
All right, so far so good. Should I go back around to the left and take care of that guy on the far side?
Probably.
There's someone up there too. Did you see him in the
Yeah.
window up there?
Yeah, I did. I wonder if you were to kill that infected, if it would alert everyone too, because suddenly the infected making all the noise isn't.
Is it making all that noise?
Yeah.
Dude, she just put her hand on that porta-john.
She's put her hands on worse.
Has she? Who's seeing me? Is that the infected?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, who gives a shit if the infected sees me? Alright, so there's a guy right there.
Oh shit, there's
Two of them.
two of them right there.
Alright, where am I being seen from? It can't be that infected.
Yeah, I don't know if the infected counts. Actually. Is there a guy like up?
I'm thinking maybe I do go back around to the right.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys over there.
Yeah, when I thought it was like one guy on the far side.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of them over there.
Yeah, that might be like if I could take out, you know, the rest of these dudes. Like, man, it'd be a hell of an arrow shot, but if I could get that guy up there. Is he wearing a helmet?
Yeah. There's also a guy in that to the right going down the hallway. Up
Yeah.
there.
Fuck, man.
I wish there was some indication of like what direction you could be spotted from. You know?
Yeah, but that'd be a bit too much awareness, I think. You know?
Yeah. So a feature from Uncharted 4 that I miss was being able to like tag guys. You go bing bing bing, and so you always knew where they were at. You get a little arrow icon.
Alright, so there's a dude there.
Huh.
These appear to be two caged clickers.
Yeah, and they're behind stuff anyway. The guy walking around over there.
That dude's just stationary, or most like he's not stationary, but he's not like he hasn't left that little area right there, which I think is why I thought maybe that was a caged infected, is because he's not really
Not doing a lot.
anything.
Ooh, is there an arrow on that shelf?
Yes. Is that guy on the other side of a barrier out there?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so you probably can't see me down there. So we got that guy.
Guy up on the balcony.
A guy in the hallway up top, right?
Yeah.
So, we think, what, 4 guys? 5 guys? 5 guys, probably?
Oh. At least.
Plus the infected.
Is that guy.
Oh, it's a flaming arrow, or an explosive arrow.
Nice.
At that.
You can be all Rambo about it.
Alright, so they must be just, like, chained up out there.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any way to get this guy without the people on the balcony seeing.
I don't think so. I wish there was a way you could release the infected from a distance.
Another phone call, Nolan?
No, it's a
Popular
text.
guy. Oh, it's a text. Never mind.
It's probably Jason. Yes, it is.
Just realized my foot's like brushing the keyboard down here for the computer recording the PlayStation. Let's move that out of the way. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if, like, maybe I should just get the guy, and then they'll just go into alert mode, and I'll deal with it. What do you think?
You think a better way,
Or do you think I should go...
if were to be unleash the infected?
Like, if I'm going to go on alert mode anyway, I might as well let them take one of them out, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
You can get over there without being spotted by someone. Then go hide somewhere. See, at least it like kind of draws some of them together. Like this guy. And you could like...
shit.
Oh no! You shot Mateo.
Yeah. Think it came from over there.
Fuck, this one has a helmet. This one doesn't, though.
So when they come over here, grab them, I guess.
Oh no, this one doesn't have a helmet.
Still. Grab them and save the ammo.
Yep. What? I don't get any ammo for that?
That's a bullet. She had a shotgun anyway, you're full.
Alright, so there's still the guy up there. Two guys up
Two
there.
guys up there. I don't know about over there, if they came over here or not.
So the guy who came through the building, I think, was the guy who was walking down by the clickers. And then I got two more. So as far as our count from before, unless there's guys who we just couldn't see at any point.
Very much possible.
Yeah, very possible. But it seems like there's just the two guys up top left.
Nope, there's that guy right there.
Oh, okay. But if he's by himself now... Because someone came over here from there.
There's a guy over there.
Is there?
Yeah, I saw him walking by.
Well, I mean... I can get this guy without alerting that other... Without that other guy seeing me anyway. Because they already know they're under attack, so... It's not like it would change the situation really at all. Right?
Right.
Where'd the guy go? Oh,
Right
there he
there.
is. Is he gonna come past the planter, do you think? No, he's walking back in there, huh?
There's two guys over there.
Yep.
Just met face to face.
Yep.
Told ya.
Man, I wish Ellie had a crossbow.
Yeah, that crossbow's pretty cool.
Fuck.
That was a major miss.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
Fuck. Moved again. Stop it. There we go. Yeah, I was trying to, like, nudge the thumbstick over and release. And, like, I mean, I nudged it and it didn't move nearly far enough. Because the aiming in this game is not the best.
What in the hell?
There's a whole bunch of arrows over here, and one of them shot one of my guys.
We got company. Spread out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're a little late to the party. Got a helmet, I think.
Yeah. Damn, I thought I was like right on her back. There we go. There's another one right there.
Yep.
Good.
Alright, so it's just those two to my right. We got two over here still.
You find anything?
I don't see anything.
Like this.
Damn, it takes so long to draw this thing. Fuck, I think I got him in the helmet.
I guess that's why the upgrade for like faster draw speed would be good.
Yeah.
What do we got? Anything? Talk to me. Anyone. What do we got?
Don't see anyone.
I think there's at least 4 left.
Yeah, I think so. This one's got a fucking helmet.
You have to stealth kill that one.
Yep.
Get an arrow back at least.
What do we got, guys?
I don't see anything. Oh, thought I saw something.
That was... You need to clean your face mask, dude.
Yeah.
Hear that? I'll check it out. No fucking way.
No fucking way.
Got another man down here. We gotta stop this.
Or...
Just run away. Get out to, like, San Diego or something.
Yeah. All right.
Quiet yourself.
Anyone?
On a list of things that shouldn't have worked.
Right? Uh-oh. This guy's a firefighter, Niall. You really want to kill him?
You gotta be kidding me.
So right now, like with the blood splattered all over everything, at least just nightmare fuel.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Got another man down. Someone's still out there.
How do you know that's not the same man down that other people have been talking about? You weren't around when they called it out.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. This is stupid.
Jeez, you think you got them all yet?
There's one up there. Oh, man. Oh, I accidentally swapped. There we go. I want the one that has the one-hit kills on it. Alright, any ammo on these guys worth having?
I don't know, but there's something on that.
Just fire
table
axe
right
ammo.
there.
Full on health. Oh, there's two up there. Well, I think I could probably get them. They seem kind of separated. Just gotta find the stairs, right? Oh, back there.
There was something back in the kitchen on the counter
Was there?
to the right. I didn't know if it was something you're full on or not.
In here?
Yeah, next to the water jug.
Ooh. Sharp bits. And again, a whole set of knives.
That you can't take.
Yeah.
I think those are still the clickers, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
But this place had a pretty good Mexican restaurant in it.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to, because there's so many excellent Mexican restaurants in Southern California. You
We
know?
found the stairs.
Huh?
I said I think we found the stairs.
Yeah. Thought you said there was someone on the stairs, and I was like, what? Damn. You really expected you to just, like,
Anyone. What
Guns
run and gun
a-blazing.
your way through here?
goddamn thing? You see anything?
Uh-oh.
Not anything at all? I'm finding fuck all. Fuck.
Are they both coming down here?
Lots of hiding places around.
Neither one has helmets, though. That's good.
I was hoping she would also go that direction so I could get her. But, that wasn't gonna happen, so I had to take care of that before. Did you say, like, random beds all over the place here?
Yeah, well, I'm sure they've, like, just set this place up. Like, oh, here's a place we can put a bed and... You know. They probably pulled him out of, like, some of the, like, the more, like, dilapidated rooms in the hotel portion, so... Alrighty.
Is that everyone?
Everyone within hearing range, I guess.
Wait. Nope.
Nope, there's someone up there. Looks like they might be coming to the stairs.
Yep. I wonder if she'll say something that lets me know that they're
Probably.
all cleared. Like, with the 2 clickers still alive. Like, I wonder if
yeah.
that would...
Another one. We know you're here.
Like, if they're close
Yeah,
enough...
we know you're here. Yeah, give yourself away.
If those 2 clickers are close enough, I'm probably going to kill them with a Molotov. Save the ammo. I wonder if on harder difficulties,
They could see you quicker.
like, they would just immediately
someone
shoot.
up
There's
there?
someone... Jesus, how many are there? Well, that's health we don't need.
Yeah. Anything on this TV cabinet?
We'll come back for it. I'm out in the open. I don't want to dawdle.
Uh-oh.
So if they come over and go down the stairs, then I'll just follow them right down.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's anyone else up here, though. Okay. Hop down the stairs just to come back up the stairs? What am I stuck on? Jeez.
A box.
Right.
Alright, I think that's everyone, finally.
Any more of you fuckers?
Yeah, okay. That's it, right?
Come on. Don't stop now.
Oh, that sounds awesome! For the
Beef
beef
grapefruit?
grapefruit potato pie.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna settle anywhere in the post-apocalypse with the intent of establishing an agrarian lifestyle, California is where you do it.
As long as you can get water to it.
Yeah. So rifle ammo. You know, maybe I'll just shoot them with the rifle from up here and grab that ammo. I feel a need to end these things. You know?
Well, you should.
I can't climb up on the table? That's some shit. I don't know if it's gonna, like, clip that barbed wire and be an issue. Well, I know the ammo's there. Let's loot up. I think there was still some areas we hadn't checked yet, right?
Yeah.
We need anything? We got... maybe some arrows?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, there was, let's finish looting. We might find some. We found a few already here.
Right.
Don't want to be like earlier where we were like, oh, here's first aid kit makings, so use a first aid kit, grab these.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough to make a whole new first aid kit, but whatever. And then we found a whole first aid kit like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
To answer your question, there's nothing on the TV console.
How come all of the DVD players are stuck with their trays open? Like, would the apocalypse happen and like everyone is like in the middle of swapping out a movie?
I was kind of hoping it would be like something. I don't know, you know, like The Amazing Spider-Man or something. Is that out in 2013?
I don't know.
The
Did we go in there?
the
Go in
Garfield
there.
one, Andrew Garfield one.
I don't know.
Ooh. They also given me a bunch of shotgun and revolver ammo too.
I think they like kind of expect you to go like through here.
Have more of a firefight.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think they fired a single shot the whole time.
No, I don't think so either.
So if she like dismantles this organization
The world will be a better place for it.
and is able to like get away without like having to run away, you know what I mean? Like I'd be trying to take as much of this produce as I could with me. You know?
Yeah. Oh, you could have unleashed him. That's interesting.
So that's good to know. I was just like, wait a minute, before I let this one go,
Yeah.
or before I kill this one.
So this is the pool, or is there a bigger pool?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that guy is. I'm guessing that guy got infected and they torched him or something.
Yeah.
Molotoved him. So I thought that the game just lets you keep like 2 magazines full of, or like 3 magazines full or whatever of rifle ammo. Nope, it's just 8. You just get to carry 8 regardless of, or yeah, 8 I think, regardless of how many rounds your magazine currently holds.
The capacity doesn't increase your amount you carry, just how much can go in the gun at any one time.
Yeah, which I was kind of hoping that it was an issue of like, the game lets you carry X number of full magazines worth of ammo. You know?
Yeah.
Alright, and there was shotgun ammo upstairs, as I recall, so... I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're pretty good on stuff and ammo. Did we look at everywhere up here?
I think so.
Revolver. Shotgun.
I think we're full now.
I would swap out for one of these semi-automatic rifles, dude.
Yeah.
Or Ellie. Like, she's not shooting at any range to justify the bolt action. It'd be much more useful to have a second immediate follow-up shot.
Yeah.
Let's pull this guy out. I think all those people that just kept coming were from up here.
Probably.
What the hell's going on here? We're under
Uh-oh.
attack! Come on, let's go!
You fucking serious?
Damn it. Look at all these guys.
What the hell? We're under attack!
We got one of them.
Let's retreat. I thought there were more of them grouped up right there, is why I threw the Molotov. So yeah, if they're gonna come this way, hopefully they'll come in ones.
You can just like pile them up in here.
Yeah. Draw them all downstairs. Where I can like go around the pillars and stuff. Like it was doing. Well, it seems like they didn't come this
follow you.
way.
They're like, nope, my post is the veranda, and that's where I'll stay.
How many guys was it? Was it just the two?
No, there was more than that.
Or are they hopping down over there? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Are there guys on the ground floor?
Could be.
I can't detect anyone down there. I think it seems like there's 3. Got one. Okay, 3 more. One's running up here. Got that guy in the face, I think. Yeah. The body's really leaking this one.
Yeah.
Dude, this rangefinder is great.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Fuck.
Got something.
I didn't realize there was that many of them over there.
Go. Watch your back.
Got arrows.
I know. I was just making sure no one was like right there before I pulled out the backpack.
Search this place. We need to stop this now.
I mean, it should be relatively easy to figure out the trajectory of an arrow, at least generally speaking. Oh, fireworks going off out there.
Yeah, it has been for a little bit.
Yeah. That was the loudest one so far, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're still playing this tomorrow, there's going to be a lot.
Probably.
Any luck?
Like, I mean, it would be kind of shitty if, like...
I think there's like 4 of them over there. There's one guy over to the right.
Yeah, I see him. On the other side of those tables.
Yeah. We have 2 we can hear, but I think there might be another one.
Alright. So, that guy have a helmet? This guy doesn't.
What's the story? Fucking anyone got anything?
No one around.
There was too many. Can you tell if that guy has a helmet?
No, it was just a hat. Oh, that guy right there?
Yeah. Wait
Oh,
a
I
minute.
can't tell.
Nope. Okay.
That one on the right does, though.
Yeah. Well, now that this other guy's gone, it was close here. Might be able to hit this one with the bow. I still maintain that I think an arrow would be far more recoverable if you hit someone in the torso with it than in the head.
What do we got, guys?
Yeah.
Finding anything.
But it's just your reward for hitting him in the head, though.
Yeah. Damn, stop moving. Fuck. I thought that guy was gonna keep moving, and then he stopped and spun around. Okay. I thought I missed that last shot.
Come on, answer me. Someone took out Zach.
Oh no, Zach.
Anyone else coming up here? Or?
I think that guy's coming closer. Yep.
Is he coming up this way, or is he just doing that same path they've been doing?
I think he's coming this way.
No.
Got fuck all over here.
Maybe he is. That'd be great if he is.
No.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's just being quiet about it, I think. Maybe?
I thought I saw him at the window, but you were like turned away.
No, I think he walked away. Because I think that's him right there. Interesting. Yeah, luckily most of the fireworks tonight aren't getting picked up on the mic. It looks like. How annoying would it be if tomorrow, like, there's just none of them shoot off anything? We've been shooting them off for months now, but on the 4th of July, the, in theory, appropriate night to do it. Not that I think there's ever really an appropriate night to be firing off the ones they've been doing, but...
Yeah, they've been firing off some illegal ones.
Like, I mean, illegal fireworks, whatever. The odd one here or there. But they've been firing off some ridiculous shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, stuff that's like shaking the building.
Fucking anyone got anything?
Is he the only one left?
I don't know.
No, there's one more.
How the hell?
Come on, guy.
Did they just like strap a knife to that crowbar?
Two knives.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, that would work.
It works on like Klingon blade logic. The more blades you have.
Alright, I think there's just the one guy left. Or two guys left.
Oh, there's two of them. Yep.
You find anything? You see anything or what?
I don't see a goddamn
You answer
thing.
me first.
Damn it!
Calm down. Must be around somewhere.
Three of
Three.
them.
Run away!
Alright. Well, that was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, helmets block bullets, by the way.
Yeah, I realized that. What are we doing here, guy? Come on. Make up your damn mind.
Why don't you just come in behind him?
Alright, look at this pile of weapons right in here, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know where there's, like, free to have health without having to use a med pack. Alright,
You know what this
good
game
as
is?
new.
You know what this game has taught me about healing is that band-aids heal all boo-boos.
Alright, yeah, so full-on rifle. If I could find some more pistol ammo, that would be
There's
great.
some laying around, unless you collected it all already. But I've
I don't
seen
think I
some.
collected it all, no. I collected that pistol ammo. You can tell on account it's not shiny. There we go. I think you can hold up to 18 pistol rounds. I think. This person didn't have anything, right? When that killed over here. I don't even see their stuff anymore. More health to be had. Oh, full on pistol ammo. Okay. And I know there's more revolver ammo inside the building. Upstairs. Right?
I guess.
Pretty sure.
I like to think they kept that condiment station loaded up with packets of ketchup and everything.
You know, a lot of the stuff that, like, you don't think about that would be, you know, just the best shit to have in the apocalypse like this.
Like ketchup and mustard packets?
Ketchup and, well, not packets. Like, someone who can make those, though. Right?
Yeah.
Huh? Guess I got all of it. Alright, well then.
Out on these tables and stuff.
Pistol ammo. Cloth bottle. Oh. Place that Molotov I used. Damn, I should have just taken the suppressor off the pistol and used that instead. Revolver does more damage, I think, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, moths. It's like the
All the
loading screen at the very beginning of the game.
I was gonna say all the illustrations in Ellie's journal.
That too. Do you think that's why the moths at the beginning of the game?
Maybe.
I wonder what they
Turn
give
around to
you.
your left. You explore that corner back there.
Like here?
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
a bunch of banquet chairs.
Yeah. They turn the music off.
I guess so. Giving you a lot of sharp bits.
Good, you can make arrows.
That must be why. I was like, why all the tape and sharp bits? You don't need shivs? Like, oh right, you can make arrows with them. I forget about that because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, not really.
Like, I got duct tape and I got a bag full of rusty nails. I know. Arrow.
Alright. I mean, there's no one out there anymore, but... Sure.
Yeah, but that's just the game going, can't go back anymore. That way the game can just purge that whole level from its, the console can purge all that area from the RAM. Free up resources.
Did I tell you about that video I was watching where the guy from Naughty Dog who programmed Crash Bandicoot and like all the tricks he
Yeah, you told me
did
about
to-
that. Oh! Dude, I started hitting square button already because I assumed that I was gonna have to.
I locked the door.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, where's Abby? She's bit.
Keep back.
Hey, don't put that fucking thing in
Hey,
me.
hey! Abby tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
The pillars?
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it. She's probably already dead. Come on.
So, like, I would just tell, like, anytime I, like, if I were LA, anytime I had a bite wound or something, dude, like, I think she popped her stitches.
Yeah.
Anytime, like, she had a bite wound, like she does on her arm, I would just tell people, no, it's a regular human bite. Do you see me becoming infected?
Yeah. Oh, that throbbing is like...
I'm guessing it's the, like, you know, because of the blood loss.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let me... Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. I think you actually move faster crouched right now than standing up. You can't do listen mode right now, though.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the throbbing. Yeah, I think you do faster crouched right now. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, that escalated fast.
Well, that escalated quickly. Alright, considering there's, like, nowhere to hide.
Are we gonna have like one final fight between Ellie and Abby?
Dude, I hope Ellie, if Ellie intends to kill Abby, I hope she just shoots her.
Holy.
Wow. Oof. It would be a mercy to kill these people. Oh, that looks like Abby. Doesn't it? No?
I don't know, her arms aren't big enough.
Yeah, I saw the... oh, there she is. I saw the ponytail
Yeah.
in profile. But did they cut her hair?
Oh, fuck.
What are you gonna do here, Ellie? I mean, I'm guessing she's in no condition to fight.
Yeah. I don't think either of them really are.
She looks like she's lost some muscle mass.
Yeah. Her arms are like Ellie's size now.
Abby. I got you. I got you. They're both this way.
So you think Ellie just got here, like, realized that nothing she could do to Abby is worse than what these people already did to her?
Yeah, I think she might be just tired of it all, too. I mean, I would be. I'd be like, just... You know, like, you left a... I mean, comparatively idyllic life behind for a
Yeah.
revenge quest that, you know, nearly killed you several times.
Oh, that's the boat from the start menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no longer in control, so...
Maybe Ellie kills Abby here, and that's what the whole thing about not having a choice in it comes from.
Or maybe she lets
Or she
Abby
just
go,
lets Abby go.
and that's the problem.
Maybe.
Perfect timing there, Firework.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Or
Look-
does Ellie kill Liv?
I'm not doing this. No. I'm not gonna fight you. Yes, you will. He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
If Ellie was so intent on, like, killing Abby, I don't know why she didn't, like... Why she, like, let this try to be a fair fight. I wouldn't have. If you're in a fair fight, you fucked up. Like, if you're in a fair fight, you already lost. Oh, man, right in her muscled arms. Her less muscled than before, but still pretty muscled arms.
Yeah. Like, I still think I would lose an arm wrestling contest against her. But, I mean, to be fair, I'd probably lose one against Ellie right now, too.
Well, right now, you could probably win.
Oh, well, yeah. But, I mean, like, when she started all this before she was injured and stuff,
Yeah,
she was in really good shape, too.
yeah. this definitely feels like a final fight situation, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So which one of these two has the worst knife wound? She's like not dodging when she's up against the boat.
I think they actually had the two of these actresses like fighting each other, or are they just like swinging at nothing and they just put the animations together?
I don't know. Would you get the actresses to do the fight, do you think?
I don't know. Is Lev gonna show up and just like...
No, I think Lev's out, dude. Oh! Just bite her finger off?
Yeah.
Perfect timing for fireworks again. Well, you feel better now, Ellie?
Go. Just take him.
Did she lose 2 fingers? So maybe that's what people's complaint was, is they didn't get to kill Abby.
See, I don't think...
Both of them are kind of shitty people.
Yeah, I don't think... Like,
Let's be honest.
Yeah, so Abby killed Joel, but Joel killed her father.
Yeah.
Like, her revenge on Joel is no different than Ellie's revenge on her. And frankly, I think over like the course of it, like Abby proved that she lost 2. Can be a decent human being and maybe better than Ellie, actually.
Yeah. But you could tell too, like Abby did not feel good about what she did to Joel. As much as she tried to like tell everyone Joel deserved what he got and all that, she did not feel good about it. You could tell.
Yeah, I think right up until like the moment that she actually killed him, she
wanted him
she
dead.
wanted
and to
him
suffer.
dead, and then afterwards, she like it didn't help.
Right. And like she realized the pain it had caused Ellie. I guess Dina's gone, huh?
Yeah,
Move back to Jackson, maybe?
maybe.
I bet there's a note in here somewhere that's like, "Dear Captain Ahab." Yeah. Do you think she left Ellie's guitar behind?
Yeah, maybe.
It's gonna be harder to play guitar. She's
Well,
missing
it's
her.
on her right.
It's
hand.
on her left hand.
That was on her right.
Oh, I can get an angle on it. You'll see. Come on. Oh, yeah, see? On her right hand is fine.
Okay.
Oh, she left all of Ellie's stuff here, though, huh?
Now this last scene is really sad because it's Ellie struggling to play guitar. Yeah, some of the notes are like flat and
Yeah.
ruin the moment fireworks.
Joel's a regular old,
Good old boy.
strumming cowboy right here.
Maybe she did get to apologize.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but
Sexual favors.
I was about to say that.
I had Seth under control.
yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No.
Were you gonna threaten her with a shotgun or something?
That was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just. I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but but I knew she would be lucky to have you.
The fireworks are really ruining this moment.
Yeah.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
I can't fathom the idea of like what it must feel like to lose a child, let alone twice.
Yeah.
I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
Yeah, I fully think that Joel was just like of a mind that he was not going to lose a second daughter.
Right. Yeah, it's like notion that's on the internet that Joel's a villain over it though is a little extreme.
I mean, he's definitely a complex character.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to say Joel's like a good guy. I don't think he's a
No.
bad guy. I don't think he's evil. I think he's done some fucked up shit.
Someone I mean,
But it's kind of the point of the first
yeah.
game.
I'm not going to bring up a name here, but you know who I'm talking about. Was on the internet said like talking about Joel being a villain. I'm like, you have children. Are you trying to tell me that in that situation you would just hand your kid over to certain death on the chance of a cure
Yeah.
without any thought?
Yeah.
Like what does that say about you as a parent?
Right. So I hope Ellie decides right now to go back to Jackson.
Yeah.
Because, like, if she just decides to wander off, like, her self-destructive tendencies are going to have her dead of a horrible death by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Well, we beat it.
Yeah. So that was pretty. I think I liked the first one better, story-wise, anyway.
Yeah, the gameplay in this was really good, though. I had a lot of
The
fun
gameplay
playing.
wasn't much different.
No, but the level design was a lot more complex. And
Yeah.
there was a lot more like verticality to the enemy areas and stuff.
And then like some of the environments are really good, and I liked a lot of the environments and stuff. Yeah, I think yeah, I do think the first one had a better story. Maybe it's just because it
was such an original world.
Yeah, and I think the story in this is so much darker.
Yeah. Well, not
in a lot of ways.
Yeah, not too much. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people were giving it reviews on saying that it was like, oh, it's too dark. It's unnecessarily
I-
dark. I'm like, I don't
I
know
don't
that
agree
it's.
with that.
I don't know that
No.
it's unnecessarily dark. Look at the people who we're talking about in this story.
I mean, the point of post-apocalyptic fiction is that everyone is
Yeah,
pretty shitty.
like,
Everyone that's left is,
I mean,
you know,
they're either victims or they're horrible people.
right.
Like, look at the boy and his dog. Look at the road.
Oh man, I wonder if anyone watching this has seen A Boy and His Dog.
I mean, that a boy and his dog is the inspiration for dog meat in Fallout.
Yeah.
But
Well, partially that and partially Mad Max's dog.
yeah. Well, I think Mad Max's dog was based on A Boy and His Dog too, wasn't
Yeah, A Boy and His Dog's an older movie than
it? Yeah.
Mad Max.
But and that's another one, Mad Max. Like
Yeah.
particularly after the first one.
Yeah.
Um
But I think, like, I don't think that anything in this game is any more brutal than the stuff that's in the first one.
No, I think people might be subconsciously reacting harder to it because it is a girl
Yeah.
doing these things,
maybe.
like a young woman.
Right, maybe, but I think as far as but in the first one, as you see, like, you get to see Joel and Ellie's relationship progress, and it's like coming from a place of love.
Yeah,
Whereas in this one, it's just
coming from a place of hate.
it's just all hate,
It's a lot of hate.
and you can see how like it even like starts to deteriorate Ellie's relationships with the other people in her life
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's not, it doesn't have that little bit of uplift.
So, I will say though that there was some like easing of that with that last cutscene
Yeah,
where she went and like they
you got
talked
to
it out.
Yeah,
You know, like the fact that we now know that the last thing that she said to Joel wasn't
anger,
anger about
Yeah.
that fight.
right?
It does make it not so bad, not
Yeah.
so dark. But yeah, I mean, watching this, like, if we didn't get that, it would be really rough.
Yeah, I think Abby had a lot of growth actually,
Yeah,
and you spend like half the game with her.
I saw people complaining about it from a gameplay perspective, where like halfway through the game they lose, you know, all of the upgrades and stuff that you'd gotten so far, and I was like, well, but it doesn't make any sense for Abby to have all that.
Right. Yeah, I didn't have any issue with the switch to Abby. I know a lot of people did, but I don't have any problem with it.
No, and I liked having like the segment where like I liked Abby's gameplay was a little different. It was a lot more like combat focused,
Yeah.
you know, and
I mean, look at her. She's a lot more combat focused.
yeah, it was more combat focused, and the like I thought it was cool how she had like a little different sort of weapon loadout,
Yeah.
you know, like
And then she got back to like you had to like craft shivs and stuff. That was
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna
something
say I like
mi-
that
it's
game
not something
mechanic,
not something I missed. I much prefer just having a knife. But
especially because it doesn't make sense for the WLF to have the resources they have, and then the Fireflies to have the resources they
like,
have.
why wouldn't she have a
And
combat
she
knife?
doesn't have a combat knife. She doesn't. I mean,
She should have a K-bar or something.
yeah, if not a K-bar, I mean, God, go into any like outdoorsman store, like a Sportsman's Warehouse or a Bass Pro Shop. There's just so many fixed blade knives to choose from. I mean, if Ellie was able to do what
Jeez,
she did with a
ooey.
switchblade, you know,
Yeah. And frankly, that I should have snapped at some point.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was a
That's
good game. Not as groundbreaking as the first one, because you know, like the gameplay mechanics are more or less the same.
I don't think there was as many emotional hooks in it. Like the first one had a lot of like really emotional moments, and this had them, but I don't think it was as emotional.
I think it had the same amount of emotion. I think it's just hard to empathize with so much hate.
I guess. I mean, there were a lot of like in the first one, there were a lot of like really sad moments. Like one that like got me in the first one was when you in Pittsburgh, you hook up with that guy and his little brother.
Oh yeah.
And when he has to like kill his brother and then he kills himself afterwards because you just can't take that. You know, that was rough.
Portable gamer girl. I assume that's the chick with the Vita.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean, but like there was a lot of significant emotional scenes in this game too. It's just the emotion was hate instead of sadness or loss or love or, you know.
Well, then there are more scenes that I could empathize with.
Yeah, and that, like I said, I think this game had the same, like, just as much emotion. It just was all hate.
Equine motion capture.
And anger. See, all these people
Canine
sending
motion
death threats to Druckmann.
A dog named Lego. And a dog named Roach. That should be down in the equine motion capture.
Anyway, but, the people sending death threats to Druckmann and, what's her name? Over this game. And, like, you didn't get the whole point of this game, did you?
Right.
About hate being self-destructive and like, you just completely missed that whole thing, didn't you?
Yeah. Clearly. And it's, I mean, especially against the actress, that's really...
Yeah, like,
makes no sense.
What the fuck did she do? She didn't write the story.
Well, it's like...
She's collecting a paycheck. Like, what do you want from her?
Are these the same people that threaten Adam Driver's wife and child because Adam Driver is not dating,
Daisy Ridley?
Daisy Ridley? Are these the same sort...
I mean,
the
it might
same
be
mentality,
the same mentality.
right?
So,
Same
yeah.
mentality, right? That too makes no sense.
It's just making these really, like, crazy, like, connections and logic that just don't make any sense. But yeah, I fully plan to play through again and platinum. Like, looking at the list, it looks like it's going to be super easy to platinum.
Yeah.
Do you ever get around to finishing up the platinum on Final Fantasy VII?
No.
Oh, man.
I'm still on my second playthrough on easy now.
To get all the AP you need for the materia. That one's...
Yeah, and all the dresses and everything.
That one's surprisingly fun to platinum. Like, I rarely decide to platinum a game. That one was actually pretty fun to do.
I think I've only got, like, 2 platinums. I got Final Fantasy 15, and I got Bloodstained.
I have Final Fantasy VII and Jack and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. I was thinking about looking at what the platinum, what the trophy list is for Jack X.
I would have platinumed the first one, Last of Us.
If it weren't for the multiplayer.
If it weren't for multiplayer.
Yeah.
This doesn't have any multiplayer mode though.
Apparently the multiplayer was pretty fun from what I understand.
Yeah, but I rarely play multiplayer, and if I do, I never get like trophies for it. Yeah. Like, same thing with like the Uncharted games, the ones that have multiplayer.
Yeah.
I never have, and those are the reasons I don't have platinums on those.
Well, that and I think those ones had things where you had to beat him on hard.
Maybe.
I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger.
Like the first Last of Us and the fourth Last of Us.
World of woe.
I don't think it would be too bad to beat on hard, but the second one, dude, that final boss fight's such a pain in the ass.
No toy,
Yeah.
And the third one, like, is pretty rough with all the part with all the Jinn running around.
land to which I go.
That, like, Uncharted 2 is, like, damn near a perfect game, except that the difficulty curve
My mother.
for that final boss fight is stupid.
Uncharted 2 is definitely my favorite out of them, though.
Yeah. Like I said, it's an excellent game, but just that final boss fight's just, like,
Just
out of nowhere is incredibly difficult.
over Jordan. I'm just a ghost.
I wonder if this song's gonna cause us issues on...
Over.
I don't know. We keep talking over it. Maybe it'll be...
Yeah,
You could cut the volume down on it.
that's true.
I know dark clouds
But,
gather around me.
yeah, I don't recall... Like, the third one has that fight...
Know my
There's like 2 or 3 fights with the Jinn when you're hallucinating that are, like, really bad.
Yeah.
Also, that whole sequence on the pirate ship, in the like, ship graveyard,
Oh god, that
that would be rough on hard.
I have so much trouble with that.
I know. It's just, like, you were getting so... I just remember watching you get so frustrated with that. The third one was...
I was watching you replay through it, and you were having some trouble.
Yeah, and I'm much better at the combat in that game than you are.
Yeah.
Like, that one just really felt like a...
I'm just a ghost.
It felt shoehorned in. Like, it was a cool sequence overall, but it kind of felt...
Well, I mean,
shoehorned in.
that whole game, like, felt like they had the first 2/3, like, really planned out, and then just didn't know how to do the last 2 acts of that game.
Yeah. It's almost like, when they were making... Like, when they set out to make it, it almost felt like they hadn't really planned on a third one, necessarily.
Yeah. It's hard to say, because, like,
I know the fourth one.
Naughty Dog's, like, 2 previous flagship series were both done in 3s.
Yeah.
I think they definitely didn't intend to do a 4th game. Although I think the 4th game is better than the 3rd.
Yeah. Although I like what they're going after in the third one, because it's not something you hear about all the time. You don't hear about a Realm of the Pillars. And I like the connection back to T.S. Eliot.
Yeah, that was all really cool.
I liked all that.
I just think the 4th one had really good level design.
Yeah.
Better level design than...
Well, that's interesting. So the Smithsonian provided, like, with some imagery and artifacts that they could get on file so they could recreate. There's a lot more music in it than I realized.
Well, there's several parts where there's, like, record playing or radio playing and stuff.
Here.
You think it was Troy Baker singing?
Yes.
Okay, then. It's funny to me how much Troy Baker looks nothing like Joel.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's so different. Alright, so that's The Last of Us 2. We did it. Oh, look at that. A different New Game Plus unlocked. All the upgrades and equipment obtained. So maybe I do get to play with my guns.
Cool.
So... trophy, what I had to do. I think it's just the trophy for beating the game.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, anyway, so yeah, that's Last of Us 2. If that's supposed to be Ellie's boat, she didn't get very far on that boat, did she?
Did hers even have a motor on it?
Yeah, they both had motors.
Okay.
That building looks a lot less burned down than I was expecting, though.
Yeah. Well, this is a image from that location at the same time as the image from the beginning. So this is before all the events happen.
What?
This, what we're looking at here,
Yeah.
is before the events of the game.
Oh, okay. Think so?
Yeah. So which group do you think was the absolute worst? I'm saying the Seraphites.
So yeah. So here's the thing: is like my the one thing that I would have liked to have known more about was the Seraphites, because like the Rattlers or whatever, like they're
They're just
basic like
slavers.
Fallout Raider clan,
Yeah.
whatever, like their motivations and whatnot is pretty well established in as far as like post-apocalyptic lore goes. The WLF, they're the Diamond City of, where it's like at first glance these guys look not too bad, but then you dig deeper. Then, but the Seraphites, like I wanted to do more about the Elder Council and like how they operated. I was expecting a big reveal of like they sort of hint at some of the stuff that the elders are doing, and it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
And I was expecting the big reveal where Abby sees firsthand, like, oh, this is the thing they're doing, and this is horrible.
Right.
They're just using this religion that was come up with by their martyr lady, whoever. We even get her name. But they're just using
prophet,
that religion to keep control and keep the people servile and whatnot. I mean, like just the fact that like the whole thing with like Lev was it was decided that Lev would be wife to one of the elders, and it's like, ooh.
At 13.
I mean, we don't know when.
Okay,
what
yeah,
date,
maybe they're like, all right, in 5 years you'll be a wife to the elder,
right?
but who knows?
Still not great.
Yeah,
It's still not good.
Still,
Like,
tell a 13-year-old girl that you're destined to just
a
be wife.
13-year-old girl who
Identifies
as a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing was super fucked up. So, yeah, I think the Seraphites might be. I think the Seraphites ultimately. I think the Seraphite people aren't necessarily that bad. I think they're just being. I think they were just being really misled by their elders.
Yeah.
So I think they might be the worst faction in this one. But yeah, so that's Last of Us 2. Hope you had fun watching it. We had fun playing it.
Yeah, sure did.
And this might be the last game. Well, I haven't decided if I'm going to be playing Ghost of Tsushima. But if I don't play Ghost of Tsushima, this might be the last game I play on the PS4. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess.
Because I think that's the only PlayStation exclusive that's coming out before the PS5 that I give a shit about. In any way. So, anyway, yeah, so like I said, hope you had fun watching. I don't remember how many episodes this is. It's over 20. And if they ever do a third one, we'll probably do the same thing for that. Right?
Yeah. I think you should come full circle and you play as Ellie and then you meet like a child that becomes like a
Surrogate
son or daughter to her.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oh, you know what would be interesting is if that happened, and then at the end, like something happens where she's put in a similar sort of situation that Joel was put in,
Yeah.
and she like realizes why he made the decision he did, and that like makes her forgive him some.
Yeah. Or maybe something happens to Dina and she has to raise JJ.
Yeah.
Do you think Dina will take her back, or is Dina like, look, you made your choice, your revenge was more important than me, and
I think
My son.
so. I think Dina wouldn't like hate Ellie for it, but I think she probably wouldn't take her back in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Ellie. Like, I don't think anyone in Jackson would have an issue with Ellie coming back.
Right.
But yeah, I think she. I think Dina. Yeah, I also think that like it felt kind of selfish of Dina to like basically tell Ellie that what her feelings on that whole situation were like weren't important, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You think she tells Tommy that she killed Abby though? She shows up and like tells Tommy's like, "Yep, I got her. She's dead."
Yeah, I would. I mean, because Tommy needed closure too. Like,
Right.
you could tell it was really.
Well, you could
causing
tell that. I
issues
mean,
with
that
him.
was the reason why he and his wife were, on a break or whatever.
Yeah.
It was probably because of he couldn't let that go.
Nolan, promise me that if my head ever gets bashed in by a super swole chick using a golf club, that you have a self-destructive revenge quest to get my killer.
I'll try. I might
mean-
go about it a better way. I might just shoot her from a.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Is like once Ellie decided that she was gonna kill Abby, she should have turned around and shot Abby. I mean, it would have been the smart thing to do once she made up her mind that she wanted to kill Abby there.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they wouldn't have given her the out that they wanted for the story.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense, like, because in that moment, she was going to kill Abby.
I think her hatred
Oop,
might
just
have been
bumped the mic there.
Her hatred might have been so severe that she just had to do it with her bare hands. I hit the mic too. She like in her mind is like doing it with her bare hands would have been more gratifying.
Well, then what she should have done is turn around, shot Abby in the leg, in the knee or something, and drowned her.
Yeah.
But, like, just deciding to let it be a fair fight, or mostly fair fight, she did have the switchblade. That was dumb of her. Lost her 2 fingers, and now she can't play guitar.
Yep.
That's sad.
And like the ability to play guitar would have been like a wonderful memory of Joel.
Well, I think that's kind of the whole point, is like now she doesn't even have that
Right.
because of her hatred getting the better of her.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, if you were confused about the story leading into this whole series, go check out our playthrough of the first game. It's a playlist for it.
And the DLC too, right? We played that together?
Yeah, I think we're missing the final episode of the DLC because I think the footage got corrupted.
Oh.
As I recall, that is the case. I can see if I can maybe recover. I might have it somewhere. Like I might maybe on my portable hard drive or something. But as I
It was
recall,
only like 2 or 3 episodes to begin with, wasn't it?
I think it was like 4. As I recalled, though, like
Every time I think about
It's
that,
not
I remember the
completed.
stuff where Ellie and her friend are going through the arcade and everything, and then like it takes me a second to realize, like, oh yeah, there was also a whole big section of that mall.
yes,
That was actually majority of it, wasn't it?
yep.
And I forget about that part of it, and I'm like, yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
there's
that
like-
long. I'm
there's
like,
like
oh
a-
wait, there was a big.
There's a
section of
part
that
where they
mall.
like have to like hand over hand crawl like along some pipes or something above like this electrified flooded basement or like flooded parking garage or something.
Yeah, and
Stuff.
there's fighting raiders at the end, and
Yeah.
cannibals, fighting cannibals.
But anyways, yeah. Like I said, go check out that other playlist, and once this goes up, I should be getting the last episode or 2 or however many it is of our Halo playthrough posted, and then Nolan, you and I need to play through Halo 2.
Alrighty.
And that'll happen some point down the line. But so until next time, folks. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Toodles.